So the first thing that I want to say is a very special thank you to everybody who saw yesterday's video, where there were a lot of things that really needed to be addressed. I want to thank every one of you who watched that video, who offered so much support, encouragement, and also understanding for the situation for what it was. I also want to give a very special shout out to Yanni, who had the bravery and courage to come on and tell his story, his side of things, and every little detail involving what happened with him when he relapsed. Now again, on Tuesday, we filmed a video where I decided to give Big Dave all of the proceeds that were raised from the GoFundMe campaign. That was my mistake. I most certainly should not have given him all of that money at one time. However, I thought I was doing the right thing at the time, trusting him to do the right thing with that money. But it would just seem that I was in all likelihood giving him the loaded gun and the trigger needed that potentially was just a contributing factor to why he relapsed. Now, one thing is certain, we haven't gotten Big Dave's side of the story yet. I'm gonna give you the information that I know right now, which is, yes, he did also relapse. The ironic thing about this is that he relapsed and Yanni relapsed, and you would ultimately think that they did this together, spending the proceeds raised from that GoFundMe campaign that I created. However, I truly believe that is not the case, and Yanni has gone up and beyond in an effort to prove that to me, showing me his bank activity for the last 3 days, and you can see where he's taken out a couple $100s here and there while he was dealing with the relapse that he was dealing with. But again, we haven't heard Big Dave's side of this story. What I know at this time is that yes, Big Dave did relapse. After we got done shooting the video with him, something happened causing him to go back out there and relapse just as Yanni did. It wasn't until yesterday afternoon, as I was finishing up yesterday's video, which was the video where I was basically beginning to tell you guys everything that's been going on lately, that I first began to get in contact with Big Dave. And it was then when I learned that not only did he relapse, he also ended up in the hospital, saying that he had a mini stroke. In fact, he's also sent these pictures right here, I guess showcasing that whatever happened to him, this was ultimately what came from that. I know there's going to be a lot of people mad, disappointed, and probably hateful of Big Dave, but I want to say this. Just as I pinned in the comment section of yesterday's video, I don't hate this guy. I don't hate him nor Yanni. In fact, I understand what it's like to be in those type of situations where you are trying to get clean. You are trying to reestablish your life. And you know, that's just not an easy thing to do. I don't hate either one of these guys for what they did. Yes, I am absolutely disappointed in them. But what kind of a person would I be to just turn my back on both of these guys because of this situation? You know, in life, things are not always going to be easy. You are definitely going to slip, stumble, and fall as you're trying to adjust back out here into society after prison, and also trying to separate yourself from addiction. Had I just gone ahead and cut off both Yanni and Dave, saying, you know what, I'm done with the both of you, I mean, what would that have ultimately said about me and also AfterPrisonShow? You know, AfterPrisonShow stands for so much more than just prison. It stands for struggles and trying to overcome those struggles. And as the face of AfterPrisonShow, I have to set that example first. I'm not going to give up on either one of these two guys unless ultimately that's all there's left to do. I'm totally disappointed in both of these guys, but even with that, I'm not giving up on either one of them. I want to give you guys Dave's side of the story, but we've been in contact with Dave. He doesn't want to face a camera right now. And if what he's telling me is correct, that he has been in the hospital suffering from a mini stroke that was caused from his relapse, I mean, if that is true, then he is most certainly not in a position to be going on camera. However, with all of that being mentioned, I am going to call Big Dave, see if we can get him on the phone and at least begin to get his side of the story. And that is what I'm about to attempt to do right now.
Hey, man.
What's going on with you, man?
Just
Say what now?
just laying in bed, man.
Hey, look, I want to let you know I'm recording this conversation, and I hope that's okay with you, man.
You're recording it now?
Yeah.
Alright. You want to do a video on Monday?
Yeah, if you're up for it, I would definitely like to have you on camera to tell more of your story. But right now, I'd just like to at least begin to get your side of things, and if you could just talk to me about what happened. I want to say this. I was just saying this before I got on the phone with you. But look, I don't hate you for this situation. All right, I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm disappointed. Yes, of course, I'm disappointed in this, but I do feel responsible just giving you that lump sum of money, which could have potentially been like a trigger for you. But with all of that being said, Dave, I just want to get your side of this thing, or as much of it as you're willing to share with me right now.
Okay. Shoot away. You don't have any questions for me or anything like that?
Well, just start with what happened on Tuesday after I left and it was just you and Yanni.
Okay. After me and Yanni left, my mother called again and said she wanted, buy us some beer and stuff. So I asked Yanni to stop by the store. And I went and got a couple beers, and I got me a couple beers. And I went back and pulled in the parking lot. And I was like, well, man, I said, well, damn, it'd be nice if we go to a movie. Like, man, I got some things to do. I just wanted to go somewhere. I didn't really want to go back in that house. And, everything was good. He had some things to do. So I got out, went back home. I was sitting there with my mom. And just take care of stuff around the house. Like I said, I got me a couple beers. So I drink a couple beers every now and then. And, the evening time when we got sour between me and my mother. So she was just complaining a lot about, just all kind of stuff. Anyway, we have arguments a lot, so like, man, so I'm gonna go out and, get a couple more drinks. Maybe I'll go on down there's a little pool on down the street from here. I went down there along the shots. And I had a few drinks, watched a little bit of sports. And I left there. And it wasn't that late because it was still fairly early in the evening. And I got on the bus and intentionally took the bus out to Norfolk with full intention of getting some cocaine. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's not like, man, I read some of the comments, I watched Yanni's video. It's not like, oh man, that motherfucker Big Dave, he had full intentions of doing it the whole time. Whether you believe it or not, I didn't, man. I really didn't. I didn't want to fuck my life up worse and disappoint the few people I do have, and definitely make thousands of people on the show like, man, that motherfucker Big Dave ain't. This is all his whole plan or whatever. I don't know. But I'm not gonna sit here and make no excuse. It wasn't the smell of alcohol in the air or my old friend calling me and asking me. I already had a couple guys ask me if I want some plenty of times since I've been out, man. Like I told you guys in the video, man, I don't need anybody to influence me. Nobody has to influence me to do anything. Alright? All I need is myself. I don't
Talk to me about, look, Dave, talk to me about, you said you were in the hospital. Talk to me about what happened with all of that.
Okay. Tuesday night is when I went out to Norfolk. The next day, on Wednesday, been using and drinking. Early on Wednesday. Somewhere between Little Creek and, I think it's Old Ocean Avenue. I had felt a lot of chest pain, a lot of tightness, dizziness, heavy sweating and vomiting. As you guys know, I'm fat as hell, 300 some pounds, not, very healthy. I didn't have any business doing that shit. But anyway, so I called 911 on my phone and told them what I was experiencing. I sat down on the ground. The next thing I knew, while I was waiting for 911 to get there, I had passed out. And then, I guess in between the time the ambulance or whatever was getting there, I think some pedestrians had seen me. And when they woke me up, they asked me if I was okay, it was vomit all over me, all over the ground. And I looked up, and then I kind of don't remember what happened after that. The next thing I knew, I was on the ambulance. And from there, they took me to the Ball Hospital. And I didn't get released until sometime in the afternoon on Thursday. And the doctor had said that, due to some whatever cardiovascular issues that I have, clogging and whatnot, I guess the stroke has to do with a blood vessel doing something in your brain, maybe. The doctor made it sound like if I wasn't under the influence of alcohol or something like that, I guess it tainted my blood, I don't know, and it probably could have been worse. So I got to lose 130 pounds. I'm not supposed to eat fried food. I got some medicine I got to take, stuff like that. It really could have been worse.
Yeah, I mean, you could have died.
Yeah. Apparently my body can't handle this shit anymore. So I'm lucky to be here today. There's a few people I did have in my life won't speak to me right now. They won't answer my calls or my texts. The only text is take care, God bless you. That's it. They don't have no rap for me. And I can't blame them. My mother found out about money. It's just been hell.
Well, look, man, you're obviously not doing well right now. I know you're sick. I know you're laying in the bed and everything. The only thing that you can do at this point is just get some rest. Try to feel better. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are disappointed in you. I'm definitely disappointed in you. But the blessing in this whole situation is that you didn't die. And from here, you just gotta do everything in your power to try to reestablish yourself and make sure this don't happen again. I mean, if it was just, the thought in your head that caused you to go out here and do this, you have got to find a way to get rid of these thoughts and to push these thoughts aside when they come, man. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but, something has to happen from here, brother.
Yeah, either that or jail or death again. Jail or death. Yeah, man, it ain't your fault, man. It ain't nobody's fault but mine, man. There ain't no excuses. Ain't no sit here and cry somewhere. What I did was a piece of move. It was a dirtbag, dumbass move. People went out their way to help me. Thank God I still got some money there. I'm sorry for blowing $300 on drugs and alcohol instead of on that I really need. I'm sorry.
What's done is done, man. All anybody can do at this point is just move forward. I'm going to tell you, like I said in the beginning, look, I'm not going to just give up on you because of this. I'm not giving up on Yanni because of what he did. And, I want to see you get beyond this. But the first step is you definitely got to get well enough to be able to get out of the damn bed, man. And you know, that's ultimately what comes first.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'll be fine in a couple days, man. My fat ass is out there just running the streets, and this is what I get. I'll be alright. I'll bounce back again. I'll be alright. The whole thing is when I am alright, what do you do then? You know, keep doing the same dumb shit or not? But I just apologize to APS and everybody. You guys take care, man. Regardless of how you feel, I still gotta do what I gotta do. Whether people think positively or negatively about it. And whatever name or whatever y'all call me, I deserve it right now. So feel free. I'm commenting on comments. I'm on YouTube watching the videos. I'm looking at you guys' comments about me, about Yanni. I understand how you guys feel. But I'm not broke. No, I didn't blow all the money. I got too sick before that happened. Thank goodness. And here I am. I'm alive. So I still got that job interview. They just moved it to Monday. So wish me luck on my job interview. Got my medicine now. So I just need some rest, man, and some time to recoup.
Well, look, I appreciate you taking the time to, you know, address this situation right now, even being as sick as you are. And look, I look forward to talking with you Monday and seeing where you're at, man.
Yeah, man, I'll be alright. You know, body just can't take it no more, man. So I'm just gonna get some rest. But I definitely look forward to seeing you on Monday, man, and shooting with you guys, man, and answering any questions you might have.
I appreciate it, Dave. Look, I hope you feel better, and I look forward to talking to you, man.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Take it easy.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.